trunk, if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'll show you when I get there. This guy, I usually tape him. This guy has these two arteries that the other one does not have. What are those two arteries?
Testicular, ovarian.
Yeah, you can pick what sex you want this person to be. Either ovarian artery or testicular would be great. Yeah, would be that. Okay, I'm going to start at the top. Don't worry about his neck and higher, because I'll catch that on that other skull model. So let's start with the aorta. Here's, you guys can just say aorta for lab. Lecture, do know ascending, arch, and descending, but aorta's great. Okay, so there's the aorta. Off of it comes the brachiocephalic artery, which divides into the right common carotid and the right subclavian artery. I'm going to switch over to this side because you can see the branches better. That little tiny first one off is the vertebral artery. This, you guys see, is kind of going to the front. It's supposed to be going to the front of his neck. Thyrocervical artery. That one going to the back of his neck, costocervical artery. And then after those are given, I'm going to switch over back here. After those are given off, and you're kind of over here by his armpit, it's the axillary artery. You're down in his arm, it's the brachial artery. Now find his thumb. The branch that comes off of that's the radial, and that's the red one, artery, ulnar artery. And while I'm on his arm, let me do the superficial veins. This blue one here is cephalic. This blue one is basilic. And this is not real super, but that's supposed to be the median cubital crossing over. Okay, back to the heart. Superior vena cava is this vein. These two are the brachiocephalic veins. That's the pulmonary trunk, which is an artery. So those bluish ones are pulmonary arteries. The reddish ones are pulmonary veins. Okay, down in this region, I'm going to use this for, I'm going to show it to you on the white man, but in general, this is supposed to be his common hepatic. That might be his left gastric, and that would be his splenic artery. And then if you guys see a little teeny stub coming out, that's supposed to be his superior mesenteric artery. And that's renal artery. Remember, testicular or ovarian. This little one coming out all by itself is the inferior mesenteric artery. Bottom of the aorta, common iliac arteries. The one going inside, I don't know if you can see it, is the internal iliac artery, middle sacral artery. Out here on the outside is the external iliac artery. After you pass the hip, you can go ahead and call it the femoral artery. So femoral, femoral, femoral. Back of the knee, change the name to popliteal. Posterior tibial goes back. The anterior tibial came off of this model, but it's supposed to be right here. And that's anterior tibial as well. And then follow the anterior tibial into the foot and turns into the dorsalis pedis about here. Switch over to this side, and that's his arcuate artery here. And this long blue one is his greater saphenous vein. And I didn't ask veins in here, so know them anyway. But I'll spend most of the time on arteries on this model. But this big old artery is his inferior vena cava. I think that's it on him, so I'll do the white one next. So